Hi GolfPass, I'm Eric Cogorno, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to build a simple, easy to use, go-to chip shot when you're out on the course. If you're like me and a lot of students that I've worked with, listen, I've had some times where I've struggled with my chipping. Even where, heck, I'd miss a green and I'd be like, gosh darn it, I'm a little nervous, right, over this chip shot. Maybe I was sculling them over the green or I'm flubbing them short. And a lot of my students have the same issues. And so out of necessity, I learned how to build in this go-to chip shot motion. It's really like a putting style chip shot that you can use. I've got a 56-degree sand wedge. Use this with a sand wedge, gap wedge, pitching wedge is fine. And it's really applicable anywhere around the green, right? We've got a little fairway lie here, but you can use it out of the rough, short, medium, and long distances. So I want you to have this in your bag to try it out. A lot of my students will end up doing this. They'll say, Eric, I chip better with this than my normal. Can I just go use this? I say, absolutely, right? There's no rules against it. You can chip however you want. So go to chip putting style motion. How do we do this? Couple of key things. Now to get this correct, the first most important thing is the angle of the shaft at setup. If I set my club on a natural angle, that means the bottom of the club, I'm just gonna pull it up here. The bottom of the club would sit flat on the ground, right, like this, just like this. If I bring this down to the ground, this would be the natural angle that the shaft is on. Now, when we struggle and the club interacts with the turf too much, typically that's the heel. That's the heel digging into the ground, typically not the toe. So the heel is the part that digs into the turf that can cause some issues. So what we want to do is actually take the heel out of play. And by getting our shaft angle more vertical, you notice when I do that, if I really exaggerate, literally like straight up and down, the heel of the club actually is up off of the turf. Okay, so it's just the toe. So you can get to the point, people say, Eric, how far vertical should I go? I mean, this feels kind of crazy. You could go almost 90 degrees, like almost straight up and down. Be a little bit of an angle to it. But I need to get the shaft vertical. That's piece number one. Now, I do want it to feel kind of like a putting motion. Oftentimes I'll look at the hole and I'll take my grip, and I'll show you how to do it in a minute, and I'm literally imagining I've got my putter in my hands, and I'd say, okay, what would I feel with my putter to get the ball to travel this distance, right? Back and through. But I've got to have the shaft vertical to start with. So the heel comes off the ground. So when I have the shaft vertical like this, I'm quite literally looking at my target and imagining that I've got a putter in my hands. So I'm looking at the target thinking, okay, if I had a putter, what sort of motion would get the ball to the hole with that? What sort of motion? Now, because I have the shaft vertical and the heel's off the ground, I really can't take my normal grip. Okay, I've got to take a slightly different grip than normal. I just like taking my putting grip. Okay, some people will try this a little different, but when you start, just try your putting grip. Because the shaft's more vertical, I can get that grip a little bit more in my palms, right? With a full swing, it'd be kind of down here in my fingers a little bit more. But since it's up higher, I can get it in my palms almost just like a putter grip. So it's kind of in my palms. The shaft is vertical. I like to have the ball a little bit farther back than I would a putter, right? The putter's a little bit forward. We cheat the ball back a little bit here. Ball slightly back of center, hand slightly forward. But as I'm looking to hit my shot, I'm gonna feel with a putter motion. The shaft's vertical, putter grip. And when I feel a putter motion, I'm feeling like my chest and my back is primarily controlling the motion. So it's gonna be putter back, putter through. Putter back, putter through. And I'm looking for the toe of the club to be bruising the ground on the way through. No heel dig. So I'll just hit to the middle here. Start with the shaft vertical. Ball's just back of center. Little shaft leans fine. I've got my putter grip, and I'm gonna feel like my chest turns back and my chest turns through. And there's just sort of a mid-trajectory chip shot. Now I hit that ball, maybe 20, 25 yards. If I was shorter, how would you hit a putt shorter? Shorter stroke. How would you hit a putt longer, right? Longer stroke. So I can just adjust my swing length shorter or longer to change the distance I go, but the philosophy stays the same. That's good to have a fairway lie. That's good to have a rough lie, especially if you've got a weird lie in the rough. You can utilize this. So hopefully this helps you around the greens. If you're a GolfPass member, we know that you're really enjoying all of the free benefits. Hopefully you enjoy this video. This video helps you, and most importantly helps you out on the golf course where it really matters.